Hi friends, Judy Tuttle here with Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midland, Texas. Glad to finally be with you here. I'm sorry for all the time changes. It's been a crazy couple of days. A couple of nights ago, a school up the street that I sub for, it's a private Christian school, called me in desperation for a sub for a math teacher. And I said, well, I've really got business things planned. They said, we really need you. So I gave in and I subbed yesterday. And that is why I couldn't be here yesterday. And then, hi, Jan. Thanks for joining me. Then this morning, I was supposed to have a haircut at 9 o'clock, and they canceled on me. So I decided just to keep it at 2 because I had already put that out there. So thank you for being patient with me and waiting for me to come live today. I really appreciate that. So I just want to talk to you about some things going on in Stampin' Up World, and then some upcoming classes that I have happening, and then we will tunnel up and get started doing some stamping together, okay? So first things first, this is the month to join Stampin' Up if you are not a member of the Stampin' Up family already, because same deal as always, which is an awesome deal. $99 gets you $125 in Stampin' Up products. So that is a $26 savings. You don't pay shipping, so that's another $12 to $15 in savings. You get a lot of catalog and business supplies added to your box as always. But this month they are throwing in our brand new Stampin' Positioner. Just came out. Only people who have it so far are people who are already demonstrators and people who are joining this month. So if you would like to get your hands on this Stampin' Positioner, they will throw it in for free. That is a $50 value. So for $99, you're getting at least $75 free in your box, okay? So something to think about. I love my team. They are the best, and I hope that I work really hard to be a really good leader for them. So if you're looking for someone, a team that is positive and encouraging and creative and love to share, I think my Tunnel Up Stampers team is for you. So reach out to me if you have any questions about that. I would love to chat with you about that. Next, bonus days were last month, but this is the month to redeem those coupons. And I know some of you out there placed orders with me last month and you have bonus coupons sitting there. So be sure to use those before they expire on March the 1st, okay? Next, Painted Illusions is our product of the month. It is a 12 by 12 pack of paper. Look at those beautiful bright rainbow colors. This green one in the bottom left kind of looks like underwater seaweed, kind of, maybe. Just gorgeous prints here that will look beautiful with lots of projects. So if you'd like to get your hands on that 12 by 12 paper, you just place an order of $75 and then you can add it for only $5 to your cart. And then we send you a PDF of 6 projects that you can make with that paper at the end of the month. Now, if you ordered last month the Fabulous Sayings for me, it's coming. I haven't gotten it out to my customers who bought that yet, but it'll be today, okay? Next, Last Chance products were refreshed last week. So if you'd like to see those and take a look at those, then go on to my online store, Tuttle Up Shop, and look for Last Chance products, and they will all be there. These are things that are going away, maybe not discounted yet, but as soon as they're gone, okay? And then Nature's Walk card class. I did a little reel below earlier today showing the 4 cards we've made that we are going to make next week. You can get this in person or to go and only pay $8 shipping. So I'd love to get this class in your hand. It comes with 4 cards and everything you need to make those 4 cards. I'm not including the Nature Walk stamp set with that. You will need that. And just great cards for guys, right? You'll have to look at my reel below because I show you the cards that we're making in that reel, okay? So you only have until Sunday to register for this class, and the registration link will be in the description, all right? And then, last but not least, Easter Joy Craft Along class this weekend is the last chance to get your hands on the Craft Along class. I will make it with you the last week of February. And I send you a half a pack of paper, embellishments, ribbon, and I actually have in my hand right here, let me undo this, a couple of the cards, sneak peeks for you of the cards we will be making. So here's one of them. How cute is that? This paper has a lot of shine and shimmer to it. It's even a little thicker than our normal DSP. It's kind of a cardstock weight, but it's super nice and thick and beautiful. Easter's on its way, and cute little bunny. And then the inside is so pretty. Can you see that shine in that paper? It's so much fun. So that is one of the cards. And then a second card, I'm not showing them all. Look at all the die cuts on this card. Isn't that fun? So this is an easel card. Look at that. It sits up like that. And so somebody can display it easily on their mantle or on their desk, on their dresser. If it's a grandchild, like I can see my Lucy putting this right on her dresser to show it off to her friends. And look at I don't know if you can see the shimmer in that paper. Can you see it? There's a lot of, there you go. There's a lot of shine. Hi, Lisa. So you only have 2 more days to get the craft along. So many people are taking, I think I have 18 registrations. It's crazy. So if you would like to get your hands on this craft along kit to go, $50 shipped to your door, half a pack of paper, a whole package of the embellishments, a whole package of the ribbon, and I don't know if you can see it. Let's see on this card. There's another pack called Pleasant Patterns that is a metallic kind of patterned paper that we're giving you a quarter of a pack of that as well. It's underneath the Easter's on its way there. So if you would like to make 4 cards, these are 2 of the 4, and a cute 3D gifty item for Easter, the craft along is for you. Over $30 a product, shipped to your door, everything cut to get you ready and started as far as cardstock and everything is concerned. Any labels or anything that is not included in the Easter basket bundle will be included in the kit, plus the paper to cut those things out with, okay? So I hope you'll think about joining me for the Easter craft along. That one closes on Sunday as well. So Nature Walk and Easter Joy Craft Along both close on Sunday. Of course, I will send you a reminder so that you don't forget, and I will remind you in my Sunday Sizzler as well. So you can see I had to cancel my hair appointment 2 weeks ago for a doctor's appointment. She got me in yesterday, but there was a mix-up. She didn't think I confirmed it. I showed her that I did, but it was too late. Somebody already had the appointment, so I'm still waiting to get my hair cut. You ladies out there know how frustrating it is when you need a haircut and you can't get into your person, right? Okay, so I'm going to go to my hands here. I'm going to show you what we've done so far this week. This week is a product-rich online class to go. That means it's kind of like a craft along that I give you a whole bunch of product with it, and so you'll have everything you need, or you can just get the PDF, which is available for $15 as well, on how to make all these. You can see all my lights above me here. It's like a TV studio. But the first project we made was this cool framed piece, a place to put a picture in. We have that vellum and that ephemera over here, the ribbon, embellishments, everything is a part of that. And I gave you the link for the frame on Monday. So if you still need that link, go back to Monday's video, day 1's video, and the link is there for the frames. I love this project right there. All right, and then let me show you the other projects we made. Let me grab them here. So we made this beautiful card on Monday as well, Wedding Wishes. The paper is just stunning, right? And then to the happy couple inside. On Tuesday, we made this gatefold card with the belly band, and I love how that paper kind of cohesively blends with each other there, right? Maybe I should not turn it upside down. And holding you in my heart is what it says. Thinking of you and holding you in my heart. So love that card. Love the paper, right? The paper is the magic of this suite for sure. It's beautiful. And then the third card we made was this one right here, to a fabulous friend. We use those dies that are a part of that Simply Beautiful bundle. I'll show you that in a second. Lots of dimension into this. And inside it says, "You're on my mind." I used the Fabulous Sayings product of the month last week for this white. Hi, Susan. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for your ordering a class earlier. I really appreciate that. I think you're going to love it. All right, and then let me show you all the product here. You will get a full roll of this white and gold ribbon. You will get a full package. This is a partial package that I've been using on my cards of the faceted circle gems. They are just gorgeous, kind of holographic, very shiny and shimmery. I love that. You will get a half a pack of the vellum ephemera. This is a half a pack right here. It's 3 sheets, okay? And this has everything in it that we used on our projects this week, plus more, okay? So great. That's 3 sheets right there, the vellum. You get that added to your online class to go. You also get a half a pack of this beautiful, let me move this out of the way, this beautiful paper, right? And so I love the spots of gold in it. It's just stunning, just so beautiful. I know that eventually they will discontinue this paper, but I hope it's a while because it is so pretty. The white with the gold, very classy, right? Here's another one with a little more white and gold and pink in it. And then this one that is kind of a printed pattern, but it still has that gold in it. I use that on a couple of cards. And then the back side is that old olive. And then this is my favorite sheet. I think those big peony, poppy looking flowers with the petal pink and the calypso coral and all those gold accents. Ah, I just love it. I just love it. Okay, so let me put these things off to the side here. Get them out of my way. Oh, and you also get a full color PDF with all the supplies, all the measurements, and all the instructions in it as well. I don't know why I'm freezing, you guys. All the instructions as well. So there's some internet something going on. I don't know what to say about that. Okay, so today we are making, can't wait to show you this beautiful box. Look at this. I cased this from the catalog, but it is a little different. And this box will hold all the cards we made this week, plus more inside. So I'm going to show you how I put this together. And this is the final project. We always do some kind of 3D, I shouldn't say always. Most of the time we do some kind of 3D project on the last day. Okay, so here we go. Let me put this stuff down. Okay, so we have 2 panels for our card bases, okay? We have a petal pink base, and we have a thick white base. Okay, for the box bottom, I have the measurements right here because I know you guys are going to want them. So if you want to take a quick screenshot of that, I will let you. These are the measurements for the box top and the box bottom. The bottom is 7 1/4 by 9, and you're going to score all 4 sides at 1 1/2. And then the box top is 6 5/8 by 8 1/8. So you just take a little shimmy off an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of thick white. And then you're going to score it on 1 inch on all the sides. Okay, so I've already done that. So here is my petal pink piece. that is scored at 1.5. And so I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to fold these in. This box is a little smaller than the one I made with the Lovely Arrangements class a couple weeks ago. That was an awesome box as well. I love boxes that hold the cards. It's really nice for gift giving to friends, right, who love your cards. So I'm going to take this long edge, and right here on these score marks, I'm just going to cut up to the next score mark, right, like that. So there's one. Do the same thing, and I always kind of take a little bit of a triangle out. That's going to help this all go together a little easier. So here's this other side. There we go. And I'm going to flip it around to the other side and do the same thing. Take a notch just to the score line, and that's going to create the tabs that are going to help us put this box together. Now, let's talk about the adhesives you should use. You can use tear and tape, you can use Seal Plus, or you can use liquid glue. The strongest is tear and tape. For the ease of this video, I am just going to use Seal Plus, okay? So I'm going to fold these tabs in here, all to the inside, and I'm going to put Seal Plus on each tab here. You do not want to use regular seal. It's not quite strong enough for 3D projects. Although I have to say I've never really had a problem with regular seal, but that's what they recommend. Okay, so this tab has that adhesive on it. You can see that. I'm just going to fold this side up and fold the other side into it to form a right angle and press that together. Now you guys know as well as I do, Seal Plus is a great adhesion, because when you put it on a card, you're going to tear your card up to try to fix something that is not straight or something like that. Okay, so there is my box bottom. Look at that. I've got it all done. Now I'm going to show you the 3 cards that we made this week, plus I have envelopes all fit really nicely inside this box. Still room for even maybe a couple more cards if you wanted to add some more. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side. And now I'm going to do the same thing to the box top. Okay, so it's just not scored as deeply, but the way we put it together is all the same. Here we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to do the same thing with the tabs on this box top as I did on the box bottom. Okay, so I'm just taking a notch out of each of the long sides in the corners here. There we go. And same with this. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to put it together exactly the same. I'm going to fold these tabs in to the inside. I'm going to put Seal Plus on each of these tabs. Okay, and I'm going to fold it up and make the box top. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining me. I love when you're here. I love when everybody's here. It's so fun. Okay. It's like my own little stamping party here, right? Aw, thank you. Okay, so here's my box top, okay? Now I have all my pieces right over here. So I have a piece of Calypso coral that fits right on top of that box pretty well side to side, okay? So I'm going to add some adhesive to the back here of this. I'm going to make it pretty strong so it'll hold it together well, okay? And put my head in the camera here just a little bit to get this really nice and straight. There we go. Then this gorgeous piece of DSP, right, is going to go right here in the center of that Calypso coral. Okay, so the Calypso coral is 4.5 by 6, and the DSP is 4 by 5.5. Okay, look how well that matches the other side too, right? So DSP is going to go right on top of that Calypso coral base here. There we go. All right, now since I've already put my cards inside, I'm going to put the top on, and it's going to go horizontally like this. So I'm going to grab my ribbon, and I'm going to wrap it around the box. I hope I have enough ribbon on this spool. I might have to open oh yeah, plenty. I'm going to wrap it around the whole box and snip it off on this side. And I'm going to tie a bow way over here on the left edge. Now, people always want my bow tutorial, so let's do it again. I always put the right side over the left and kind of make a V like that. And then I take the top ribbon under the bottom and pull it into 2 perpendicular lines like this. Okay, I put my thumb on the knot. I put my finger under the bottom ribbon. Take this top ribbon around the left and loop it into that hole, and you will have a perfect bow every time. You're going to rewatch that if you need to. It takes some practice, but it works. Okay, there we go. So there's my ribbon that is holding my whole box together. Okay, now if you want, you can put a little piece of tear and tape right here in the center to hold that ribbon to the box, because it'll get covered up. You won't see it. Okay, there we go. Now I've got all my die cut pieces here. I'm going to start with my ephemera. Okay, so I pulled out 2 pieces of that ephemera. I have a tag here that we just need to poke that hole out, and another tag here. And on this long skinny tab, okay, I've poked the holes out. Let me move that off to the side for just a second. On this long skinny tab right here, I'm going to stamp Simply the Best. But if you are stamping on vellum or you're stamping on acetate, you need to use StazOn ink. This is an ink that will not rub off once it's dry, okay? So use StazOn ink on vellum. So I'm inking this up, Simply the Best. Let's hope I get a good stamp the very first time here. So Simply the Best, down and up. Oh, did pretty good there. Okay, so I did that first because I'm going to let that dry for just a second before I try to touch it and mess with it. Okay, put that over to the side. I'm going to move these tags over here. I'll mess with them in just a second when that is dry. I'm going to pull my box back over. You'll get it eventually, Susan. It really is not that hard, but it does take a little practice. Especially, I think it's especially hard if you've been tying bows differently for a long time and struggling with that. Sometimes changing the way you do it is kind of hard. Okay, so we have the solid flowers of 2 small blooms. and we have a solid flower of the large bloom. Okay, those have been cut out of Petal Pink. So I'm going to put my extras back in my envelope here. Okay, I have some floral pieces here. Now, these are the two big blooms. They're a little bit different. And one of them I cut out of Flirty Flamingo, and the other I cut out of Calypso Coral. Okay, so I have those. I did the same thing with my small blooms. Cut one out of Flirty Flamingo, one out of Calypso Coral. So I did 2 sets of those. Okay. I have the centers of my flowers, these little stamens. Is that what they're called? I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I have 3. I have 1 large one and 2 small ones cut out of daffodil. I said that wrong. Darling Duckling. So I have 1 for each of my flowers. I have 2 solid leaves in Old Olive. And then I have insides of leaves, and I cut more than I needed, in Mossy Meadow. Okay, I have 4 of those to go inside the leaves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build each of these flowers first, and then I'm going to put them on the top of my box. So on my solid image here, I'm going to put the Calypso Coral on top of the Flirty Flamingo. There is no science behind that, okay? I just liked the way that looked like that. Oh, thanks, Kathy. I'm embarrassed that I've never told you that before. You know, I don't stamp on vellum very often, right? Usually when I do vellum, I do it, okay, I'm going to kind of turn my flower here till it looks like what I want it to look like as far as offsetting. So I like it like that. I like it like that. Do, do, do. I like it like that. Anyway, you guys may think I'm crazy, but I know that's a song somewhere. Oh, okay. I'm going to put a dot of glue in these little ones. And again, I'm just going to offset the petals. There we go. Do it again on this one. I put the Flirty Flamingo on bottom and the Calypso Coral one on top. And these are actually 2 different petals. You see how this one is really fat and big, and there's not one like that on this one? There's 2 different dies for this, okay? So I'm going to offset those right like that. Okay, then these are going to have a dimensional on the back. And I'm going to use a large one on my big bloom here. Let's see if I can find a large one. I have all my supplies right here, so I'm sure I will have one here. Here we go. And then this large bloom is going to go, and I like to kind of curl the petals up just slightly, just to give it a little lift, and it's going to go right in the center of that. I don't think, did you see how hard I thought about that? I don't really think about it. I just lay it down because, you know, it's going to look great either way. And then your stamen is going to go in the middle of this, and I'm just going to add a little touch of liquid glue and then just stick it right there in the center. So there's my large bloom, all done. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my 2 little blooms. I'm going to add the stamen in the center of each one. So yeah, StazOn is a waterproof ink. It's kind of sticky, and it will keep your sentiment from what do I want to say? Smearing when you're stamping on vellum or on acetate. Okay, so then each of these flowers, I'm going to grab a small dimensional, and I'm going to put the inside on each one of these, and then on top of these solid images. That just gives them something solid to sit on, right? Now I'm going to have that song in my head all day. I like it like that. Okay, here we go. So there are my flowers. I'm going to go ahead and stick these flowers. Oh, how pretty is that? Isn't that pretty? On top of my box here. So I'm going to use some more dimensionals. Don't need a lot. I would use 2 or 3, I think. I'm going to start cutting my edges here. We used to have a Stays on Brown too. I think we still have it. I used to use the brown when we first came out with it, and then I haven't used it so much anymore. Okay, so here we go. That one's going to go right in the center. And then these 2 smaller ones, I'm just going to kind of tuck in around that large bloom where I want them to be. Okay. Thanks for all your thumbs up and hearts. I really appreciate that. And every time you do that, it boosts how many people see my video. It helps the algorithm, I guess is what they say. So thank you for your thumbs up and your hearts. And if you're a new stamper out there, I want you to know there's no pressure to joining a team. Kathy can tell you that. Kathy's on my team. Kathy, don't we have a great time together? And we have people all over. I'm in Texas. Kathy lives in Nebraska. We've met each other in Nebraska, but it's just a great community of people who are like-minded and love stamping. And the main reason you want to join a team, it's not so you do what I do. I am crazy, right? I'm one of the over-the-top ones, right? If you just want to do it to get a discount, be inspired, make new friends, have a fun stamping community, that is why you want to join. If you want to go further and do what I do, I'm certainly here to help you do that, right? Oh, thanks, Kathy, for chiming in. I think it's just for fun, right? And it's all about let's get that discount, right? So if you already know of $125 worth of stuff you love, then you might as well only spend $99 for it, right? Okay, so I'm putting these Mossy Meadow detailed viney parts of these leaves onto the big leaves here. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to which one you put on which leaf. You just glue them on, lay them down. Every leaf is different anyway, right? Okay, right, like that. And I'm actually just gonna glue these, kind of tuck them under my flower, kind of right like that. Just tuck them under. Just make sure they're not going off the edge of the box. Hi, Monica. I'm finally here, finally making my box. It has been a week, hasn't it? Okay, so this one is going to tuck under right here. Just want to make sure it's not going off the edge of my box. And same thing up here in the upper left of the big flower. Putting just a little bit of liquid glue on my leaf right there. I don't know why I keep freezing up like that. And then right underneath here, right like that. How gorgeous is that already, right? So, so pretty. Okay, so I'm going back to my tag here. Hopefully this has dried. It makes me nervous to try to touch it, so I'm going to avoid it if at all possible. I'm just taking this tag and putting it on top of this square tag, and I'm lining up the holes, but guess what? It's not going to matter because I'm going to tuck this whole thing right here under this flower, right like that. Okay, and it's going to hang off the edge a little bit, right like that. So I'm just going to put some Seal Plus right here, connect these together however I want. And then this is going to tuck under this flower and kind of hang off the edge right like that. Okay, so I'm going to put some more seal right there on the back side of that. Lift this up. Let's see, where do I want it? Maybe you just don't want to cover up Simply the Best. There we go. That looks great, right? And imagine giving this box to a friend for their birthday, for just because even, right? Like just because you love them. And I'm just sprinkling on some of these beautiful gems. How pretty are they? Look at all that sparkle in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need a 5th one, don't you? So maybe I'll put a 5th one on my little tag right here. There we go. There's our pretty box filled with the cards that we've made this week inside. And it is the last of our projects for the week. So we have all the cards inside with envelopes, and we have this awesome box and this awesome frame. All great gifts, right? Like this would make a great gift to give to a friend, with you and a friend inside on a day that you don't want to forget, right? So thanks for joining me this week. I'm going to come back to my face here. You guys are the best. Thank you for your likes and your loves. Think about taking this online product rich class of the week. I'll put a link to it in the description. I'll put a link to the Nature Walk birthday class, and I will put a link to the Easter Joy Craft Along, and all those things will close on Sunday. So I'll be here for you with a Sunday Sizzler on Sunday, reminding you of all these deadlines as well. So God bless, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.